Hi, I am Jannavi and today we are going to discuss the importance of overriding the toString method in Java. But before that, let us see what is this method quickly. So, what is the toString method? It is a built-in method and it belongs to the Java object class. Now, this method provides a string representation of an object, meaning this converts the object to string. And if a class does not override toString method, then Java will use the default implementation which is provided by the object class. So this was the quick overview of the toString method. Now let us see an example where we are not overriding the toString method and what is the behavior, what is the output. So I have a very simple example here. I have a class named phone number. This class has only one member long number. This is the constructor of the class and then I have a main method. Now this main method creates an instance of phone number class and then we want to print this phone number. So if you see, the expected output should be this number, but what we are getting is some random weird value, right? We don't want this to be printed. We want this number to be printed. So what is happening? So when we are calling this println method, this method actually invokes the toString method. And if you see in this class, phone number class, the toString method is missing. As in our class toString method is missing, this will invoke toString method of the object class, which is this toString. And what is this method doing? It is printing the name of the class. We have name of the class, @ symbol, we have @ symbol, and then some hex value. So this is the hex value. So we are here missing toString method, and as a result of that, this invoked toString method of the object class default implementation, and hence we are getting this value. So this value is not random. It is correct value, but it is not useful to us. So we saw in what is toString, the third point, we saw Java will use the default implementation provided by the object class. Class name, we have class name, @character, and objects hash code in hexadecimal format. We have this. So as mentioned, this is not some random value. It is weird, but it is not random. This is correct value, but the message is useless. We cannot do anything with this message. This is not something we can understand or do, right? So message should be informative. Tostring message should be informative such that it can be used. So now let us see an example where we correct our previous example using the override method. So same example, I have phone number, then long number is present here, private field, constructor, but here I have toString method overridden. And then I have main method, again I am creating instance of the class and then printing the phone number. And if you see here output, we are getting the correct number. Why is this happening? Again, because when for the println function, for this, it will invoke the toString method. It will go to our class and it will see, oh yeah, we have toString method present here. So it will return phone number and the number, which is this value. So number is printed. So this print function, now it will never invoke the default implementation of the object class, but it will invoke this implementation toString, because we have overridden toString in our class, and hence we got the correct value. So this is the importance of overriding toString method if we want the value to be some useful message. Now toString gets invoked by, we saw it gets invoked by println, but there are some other ways with which this gets invoked, which are, the first one is println, we already saw. Then printf also invokes toString. Now debugger, for example IntelliJ, Eclipse, these debuggers, when we use these things, they use toString method. And this string concat operator, this also invokes toString, or assert. All these things, they invoke toString method. So it is important to override the toString methods in a class. Coming to the conclusion, always override objects toString method in every class, right? Unless you have the superclass has already overridden toString and the superclass implementation of toString works well with your class. In that case, don't override, but in all other cases, one should override the toString method. Now Providing a good toString implementation makes your class much more pleasant, and it is very useful in debugging. Just imagine you are printing phone number, and instead of getting the value of the phone number, you are getting phone class name @ some hex value. It makes no sense, right? So like toString is very important in debugging as well. And the toString method should return all the interesting information contained in the object. So imagine you have the R class, phone number class, you have overridden toString, but toString implementation is not correct. Like you are not returning the expected phone number or something, so it doesn't matter, right? Even if you have overridden toString, but the information is not correct, so the output will make no sense. So the toString method should return useful description of the object. So that was about toString, and one should always override toString. So thank you so much. I hope you learned something new and enjoyed the video.